Disclaimer: the following content is meant for entertainment purposes only. The topics discussed are fueled by our opinions, and we are by no means experts. That being said, don't forget to like and subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy, motherfuckers.
Welcome to the broadcast. Grab your cup of coffee or your significant other, and most importantly, have an amazing time. I'm Troyon, this is Ina, and yeah, we've been away for a while, a pretty long time. What do you have to say about that?
Yo, I have been also before I start, I want to say this. Everyone knows me by Mohammed there. Like just the people that are inside like already knew me. They call me Nam, but
Okay,
here everyone calls me Mohammed.
yeah, because
I
that's your
kind
first
of
name, mister.
yeah, and I also like kind of prefer people calling me Mohammed. It's like
Okay,
the
fair enough. Then Muhammad's your name from
identity
now on?
the identity that like when someone calls me Mohammed, they're like Assalamu alaikum. Like okay. Kind
Okay, bro.
kind of
Automatic
like
religious respect with that name, huh?
yeah.
Or,
So I like
or religious, what they call that, I don't know. People can see it
yeah
different ways, I guess. Depends on the
yeah.
context. More importantly, how's Canada been treating you? How's
Canada
been
was
the big move from Bangladesh to
very
Canada?
cold. It's very cold now.
Okay. I mean, speaking from the basic bitch stuff, what else do you have to say about it? Then it's cold.
So people are nice. People are a lot nice, and
Okay, it's just like the memes.
there's
And
a lot of it's a mix of too much culture. Like there's like people all around the world.
okay.
See more
I
more of
like the
Asians.
fact. Okay, I
Hmm.
continue. I don't want to interrupt.
There's more Asians, and
Mm-hmm.
then more people from India, and
Mm-hmm.
then white people are always there, and then Persians are more
Okay.
like people from Iran.
Mm-hmm.
So they're there.
And that's that.
I'm seeing very less people from Bangladesh.
Well, going back to that, right? I like the fact that you didn't say like a lot of diverse culture. You said too much culture.
Yeah,
What do,
actually,
what do you mean by too much culture, man?
like like
Is
there's
it too
like
much?
is it? Yeah, it's too much because there's
Like
a lot of
explain on
people.
that. What do you mean by that?
Because there's like India, there's Asians, like
Mm-hmm.
sorry, Asians.
No, no need
Yeah,
to
I
say
mean like
sorry.
Chinese
Yeah.
people,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's also like white culture is there. I
Mm-hmm.
get like very mixed up. Which one should I follow? You know what I mean?
Ah, okay. So that's what you want to get to. You basically have like conflicts about what
Yeah,
your culture is, right?
exactly.
Now, I agree with you there. I had the same problem when I came here, and hell, I still do sometimes
Yeah,
because the cultural shift, it's crazy. And yeah, you get pressured to do a lot of social stuff that you wouldn't normally do before.
not really. Like I've been
You
doing
don't
the
think
same
that?
thing. I've been
Okay.
doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like going just like I started my training,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll get to that after this culture
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, of course.
But like I haven't started really like changing my, like lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
partying
That's
and all that.
interesting. Mm-hmm. So you mean that the same as you lived in Bangladesh, you live like similar lifestyle to that because the Inam I knew fucking train 24/7, eats his veggies because that's the right thing to do, which I can do still.
Oh no,
And
let's not get there because I've been eating a lot of fast food. Fast food.
yeah,
I've been eating a
well
lot of.
now I get to call you fat fuck. So
No, I'm not fat though.
yeah, really, exactly.
Really.
This is how you hurt a person who does like who's somehow associated with fitness. How you hurt their ego. You just call them fat, even if they're not, and that just hits like some childhood trauma deep in them. It's like I'm not fat. It is true. It is true though. It's like people who work out. If you call them fat, even though they may look like fucking Arnold,
Hmm.
it just hurts their ego way too much. Well, I can't say
Definitely.
the same for me though. It's because like I've been exploring, man. I've been Columbus up in this bitch. What can I
How's
say?
how is where are you? Germany?
I'm in Denmark.
I'm
I
kidding.
mean, you
Yeah,
know
I know.
what? If you said Germany, it's agreeable because I'm like dead ass fucking
It's
five
exactly
minutes
the
drive
same.
from it. No, 5 minutes drive from it. I'm basically on the border of Denmark and Germany. It's a
Oh, okay.
nice small little town called Sønderborg, and it's a
Hmm.
pretty nice place so far. I have no complaints, except for the shitty weather sometimes, but that's just Scandinavia overall.
How's the weather there? Like,
Yeah,
is there
man.
snow?
Yeah, there's a fuck ton of snow.
So here,
What,
man,
Toronto?
it
It should
sucks.
be a lot of snow. Yeah.
It's a lot of snow, but this
Mm-hmm.
year, like people have been telling that it's a lot less than before.
Mm-hmm.
So in November, it's all covered up with snow like before. But here,
Yeah.
this year, it's been like treating us well, but it's still a lot for me because I'm not used to that, right?
So,
So
as an Asian, right, it is crazy because you grow up with this Disney movie snow shit, where it's like snow, it's all magical and shit. Then you just come and see the real snow,
yeah,
and that
I,
sucks.
I don't
That
want to go to
sucks.
I don't want to go to like snow and do the snow angel, like you know what I mean? That
Yeah,
that game.
why did people do that shit? Why did people make snow angels? What the fuck?
They're so
It's like
used to
hypothermia speedrun. What?
it.
Why? Why just jump into snow like that? Yeah, man. I
Yeah.
mean, what to say? So you've been continuing martial arts?
So yeah, I'm doing that. But hey, before
Mm-hmm.
that, I want to know this though. Like your
Mm-hmm. Go for
lifestyle.
it.
How is your lifestyle?
My
Like, have
lifestyle?
you like? Are you like? I
Hmm.
knew you'd start like too much. You told me like you want to get into the social life.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So
I
are you like
mean,
partying and doing all that shit?
not to go into too much depth because embarrassing memories, but like
What do you
I've experienced a lot of stuff, and social life is actually one of them. Let's call it social
embarrassing?
life. Ah, no, not necessarily embarrassing. It's different. Can be embarrassing. It depends on how you take it.
So why do you
I've
mention like
been
embarrassing?
embarrassing
Why
because it was embarrassing. I took it as embarrassing. Okay, that's why I mentioned
did you
embarrassing.
did something happen?
God, the thing is, I don't want the podcast to know everything about personal lives. You feel me? We
Okay,
can't. Come on, let's be honest.
yo,
You wanna differentiate personal life with real life.
a lot of shit happened here with me too,
Yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get too deep into that too. But like
No, of course,
some
because I honestly think because as like if we're making a podcast, right, we're expressing ourselves to the world generally because we're going online and everybody can see it. So I
hmm.
think there should be a line about what parts of our personal life we actually like outline and what parts we don't. So yeah, I think that's completely fine. But
Okay.
to answer your question, yes, I have. And I've been experiencing a lot of stuff and I guess now I'm back to like an older, more stoic lifestyle, if that makes
Hmm.
sense.
What
Maybe
lifestyle?
that's stoic, like more calm and like what do you call
Are
it?
you serious,
Yeah, I would say so
bro?
because
That's so like that is
nah, but
so.
I don't want to make empty promises yet because let's
No.
see.
My point is that is so like how like moving into a different place turns you
Hmm.
into. That is
Hmm.
so true. Like I am trying to be a stoic person too,
Hmm.
but like just as you mentioned that you don't want to promise yourself, right?
I
So
mean, that's interesting, right? Because I think this comes from a fact that we think that there's a very good chance we'll break our promises, which is a fucked up thing in the first place, right?
exactly.
Which is so it's
I
like
yeah,
you don't want to brag about it until you can actually like you'd rather like let it happen than talk about it. If you feel
being a
me?
stoic yeah, being a stoic person is a it's
Hmm.
a commitment. Oh, it's a lot of commitment
It's
and
not
it's a
easy,
lot
sure.
of sacrifices.
Hmm.
I
And you
can't
know, we may be.
I cannot like completely leave everything I want to do. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So some of the things that I want to do that are like cannot be part of stoic person.
Hmm.
I'm trying to like get rid of that too, but it's hard.
Why is it that you are leaning more towards stoicism when you come here, or like like let's say a more calmer lifestyle? Does it have something to do with finding your own identity?
I do think that like
Hmm.
like let's say I go to a party,
Yeah.
let's say I go somewhere else. After having that that day, the next day I'm like always always thinking to myself like what did it give me?
You regret it, right?
Exactly every time.
Same. Same
It's
thing
not just
happens to me.
regret. It's also like the waste of time. Like I
Hmm.
always think that, oh, it's just a waste of time. What am I doing here? Like
Hmm.
talking about bullshit things I don't care about.
Hmm.
Like let's say you sit with your friends and have a wholesome moment. That's what I always like to have. But you go to a party or somewhere else just to
Yeah.
chase maybe a girl or maybe talk to a girl or
Hmm.
maybe like trying to impress someone. That's
Hmm.
always like you are not you at this moment. You're always trying to be someone else.
That
And
is very well said.
the next time I always regret it. And it's like, how do people like partying? How do people like doing all this? I don't want to do this no more. And also like with having friends, I after coming here, like I always had a mentality to like talk to people and all that. I'm nice to people,
Hmm.
but I try not to make more friends. Sucks because if you start
Hmm.
making friends here, they're gonna call you, hey, you want to go there? And it's like
Yeah.
after this few months have been like I'm always saying no, always saying
Okay.
no. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. It's the same bullshit.
I actually, that's a lot to unpack there, but I do agree with you on that party thing because it's like, I agree with you because when you go to one, you basically pretend to be someone you're not.
That is
It's
so
like
true.
something, yeah, you just pretend to be someone you're not. And like, me personally, like coming from a childhood where I had, like, what do you call that? That kind of social fit in complex or whatever the fuck you call it, where you needed to fit in socially. When you go back to parties and do the same thing again, it makes you feel
Yeah,
bad, right? It makes you feel bad, like, what are you doing? You're wasting
always.
time. And like, yeah, and I agree with you there. But I don't know about the friends thing. I still believe the best in people, unlike you, sad fuck. But
Okay.
now I'm joking with you, man. It's okay. You could choose completely how to lead your life. If you think like living alone is what you want, then that's what you do.
No, I'm not like living alone. What I'm saying
But you
is
want to
like
have like a close, small circle. That's what you mean.
exactly, and
Mm.
like I want to know people, but by like acquaintance. You know what I mean? I don't want to like get too
Hmm.
much into it. Then you start, and
Right.
also like it also is connected to how I see myself in 5 years, 10 years. You
Okay.
know,
Hmm.
if I start wasting my time,
Hmm.
one thing's lead to another, and then I'll just keep wasting my time.
Okay.
Do you have a job now? Like, are you working somewhere?
Now I am gonna find one because I'm having exams right now. After exams, I'm gonna go find one. I'm a disgrace to the family, the jobless piece of shit.
How
Yeah.
is martial arts?
Oh yeah, I started an MMA club here. I've been going back and forth, down and back because it's engineering, and sometimes you need to put a lot of focus into your studies.
It's what? A what's the gym name?
It's no, it's not the gym name. It's mostly because I'm an engineering program, right?
Yeah.
And for the university,
Okay.
and you need to study a lot for engineering. So
Okay.
when there's time for like bigger projects,
Hmm.
dude, I can't even come home and I can't even motivate to go for. I'm not even motivated to go for a run.
Yeah.
We had like a tech expo thing, And the day before the tech expo, I did an all-nighter at university just working. Me and my group. And like, 6 o'clock in the morning, we're like, say, fuck it. Take 3 benches, lie down, sleep for an hour, and then wake back up at the university again and have breakfast there too. There's a lot of work.
Sucks.
I can tell you that.
Sucks. Do you
It's
like
not really.
training?
It's Yeah, it is. It's actually very fun. It's creative.
Well, then it's good.
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
didn't
So
like
I
it,
don't think it's a waste of time. I honestly don't think nothing's a waste of
no.
time at this point
Why?
because, like you said, one things lead to another. But sometimes if you don't try the things that you think are negative first, like you might never get the positive stuff. I think I need to experience everything.
Okay.
Not everything, but like yeah, most things because everything's a mad thing to say. Let's be honest. What about you? How's martial arts going for you?
So I went to this. I went to this Toronto top team,
Yeah.
and my work is like I actually need to work because financially I need to help myself. College is close to my house, but my gym
Okay.
is like the gym is like too far, and then I have to go there, and from there I have to go to work. So
Mm-hmm.
first my priority is college, and then it's my work. So
Mm-hmm.
and then I should like quit that gym in like 1 or 2 weeks because that gym, if you want to be better in martial arts, that's the place. Oh my god, you
Nah,
know who
man.
I honestly, you know who I rolled with?
Who?
One UFC fighter.
Holy fuck. Holy shit.
Bro,
That's crazy, man. That is
so
fucking
yeah,
crazy.
in Canada, there's a lot of UFC fighters, and one
Yeah.
of them trains in that gym. Like few of them trains in
Mm-hmm.
that gym, and I was doing a nogi class, and this
Yeah.
guy matched up with me. When they say there's levels to this, there's fucking levels
Yeah.
to this,
Of course, there's levels to this, too.
bro.
I'm
I
telling
can't
you,
I
for
can't
me,
stretch this enough. But if we
yeah.
like train like this, having a like having college, having work
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, if we keep training like this, like two days a week, 3 days a week, we're never getting there.
No. No, you're
We're never
not.
getting there
And I
because
knew that. I knew that from now on. Of course, there's level to this.
these
If you want to
people,
dedicate it,
yeah,
you have to dedicate completely to it. And even if you dedicate completely, there's still a very small chance you'll make it.
these guys have been training from all their life, like from 10 years old,
Yeah.
5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So to compete with them, it's not.
Yeah. And here's the funny thing because remember when we started this podcast, all of us, we were so energetic and everything.
Oh my god,
No, no, but it's good. It's good. Like, it's like,
I
you
still
go through that phase
still
where
wanna
you think you can
exactly
like conquer,
realize
you can conquer the world, right? That's what you
exactly
think. And then, like, like, for
life
example,
is
one of the
beautiful.
biggest feats for us, I guess, is
Hmm.
that we start living alone now, right? It's more about
Yeah,
like taking your own responsibility, and that's different. And you can see
it
by
is.
both of our voices, we sound dead as fuck. And
Yeah,
that's a side effect of it because responsibility, man, it's not the same as being fed by your bua every day. Fucking oh god, I miss her though. Now that I think about it, I really miss them actually, and the drivers and everything. It's like so much less stress back there. But
now
here
you
it's
understand like the psychology behind what Bua thinks, what your mom thinks,
yeah,
like
kind of. I mean, I
responsibility.
actually do. Here's the thing: when I first came here, I didn't like the individual life in the beginning because sure, when you try something new and it's hard, there's of course you're gonna feel some resistance to it, right?
Yeah,
But like I said, like the reason I decided to continue this podcast because I think it's one of our responsibilities. We can't like just not finish what we started, right?
exactly, exactly.
And
That's
yeah,
what I,
that's that. But
you
I
know,
had to
like,
come to this point till I was ready. And I guess you had the same thing because you needed to adjust to living alone individually,
mhm.
adjust to a newer lifestyle, and now we're here again.
Yeah, let me get in real quick.
Mm-hmm.
honestly, like before I started any podcast
Yeah.
or before I start anything, basically like
Mm-hmm.
maybe not podcast or business or whatever,
Yeah.
like you always have to be starting with with someone that is on the same page. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like a blessing that I started this with you. So
Mm-hmm.
you're on the same page and you have the
Yeah.
same mindset. So you want to grow this, right?
Oh, is that a compliment, Dina?
Exactly.
You, you get
But
so emotional, man. You get so emotional.
no, because
Ah,
I've
man.
faced
But
this.
I
You know why?
I can't
You know why I'm
stress
saying
that
this?
too because that's very important. Yeah. Yeah.
You know why I'm
Tell me.
saying this? Because I've faced this.
Okay.
Because I've faced people who are like, you know, flakes, like just get in the moment and say something they can do, and they never
Mm-hmm.
keep up doing it. They
I
never
mean,
back up.
there's of course a slight line, right? Because sometimes it's more about you. There's like some people actually have good reasons to discontinue. That's a different
No,
case.
not
But
like to continue. Not. I'm saying like
I don't know, of course, but we're not gonna throw shade at anyone personal.
I'm not
That's
throwing
not what
shade
we're
at
here
it.
to do.
I'm not
I know, man, I
throwing
know.
shade.
But I'm just saying
You're out.
in general,
Yeah.
people may have good reasons to go out, but I would say most of the times it's laziness. And I think for me personally, integrity is a big part of my life.
Integrity and
If I
like
say I'm gonna do
responsibility,
something,
just as you say.
I wanna do it.
Yeah,
Mm. So you have to fulfill your responsibilities, and that's
exactly.
the case.
And then no shade to no one. Don't drop that line there. No one's showing
No
shade to
one's
no one.
getting shade. No one's getting shaded. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yes, you were speaking about the prioritizing things in life. And I think we actually had this conversation off camera because before coming, like before going our respective ways, it's interesting because I thought the same thing there because I knew at a point in life you need to prioritize stuff, man. Because I wouldn't say there's not just levels to martial arts, there's levels to everything. Even if you're gonna go later on in university, you're gonna become more busier.
Yeah.
You are, and you have to face it because let's be honest, man. This studying program, it's also a career, a profession, and it's not easy. Nothing is. So you need to choose something. That's how it is. You need to choose what you want to do. You can't be
Honestly,
good at
yeah.
everything. Mm.
So
So yeah, it's
yeah,
humbling. It's actually very humbling because yeah, like you saw, I would say I faced it and he faced it too. You think you can conquer the world, but then slowly you come to realize that of course everyone has limits, and that's
I
just
would
how it
have
is.
I would have changed that. I wouldn't have changed that gym, but the reason I changed that it was like too
Hmm.
much mental and physical pressure on my body. Like
Okay.
I'm going to work, I'm studying, and they work like that MMA gym. It's different level. Like
I
they do
wouldn't say
wrestling
okay.
right after Nogi.
Mhm.
Can
Dude,
you
I'm
believe
telling you,
this?
wrestling, right? Wrestling is fucking hard, man. Wrestling is fucking hard. It
It's
is
a lot
crazy
of
how hard wrestling is.
it's a lot of energy, man. Same
Energy.
as
And here's the
jujitsu.
mm-hmm.
Oh God, like
Jiu-jitsu too. And but the
but
thing is, in
wrestling you have
jiu-jitsu and
feet strength,
striking,
right?
right? You
Yeah,
can't, yeah, you can't go a
yeah,
hundred. You usually don't go a hundred
exactly.
percent on your sparring
Yeah,
partner, but in wrestling, you need to go 100%.
hundred
And I
percent.
still
Because
have a lot of problems with that. Like I suck at
like
wrestling. Like, I
you
suck
suck at
ass at it.
wrestling. No,
I
you don't
suck,
suck.
man.
I wrestle with you. You're not
Nah,
bad.
nah, nah. Okay, okay, dude.
Maybe
No,
just
no,
people
no
at that moment
disrespect to
felt
you.
it.
No
Yeah,
disrespect to you, but like we're no experts at wrestling either.
exactly, exactly.
So then again, like you said, there's levels to it, and I'm okay enough to say that I'm not good at it because I'm not, and that's the truth.
Oh shit! Like I've
Yeah.
had I've had people like
Mm-hmm.
17-year-old get the
Mm-hmm.
fucking like pin
Yeah,
me
they can
down
fuck
and
you
all
up.
this shit. Yeah,
Exactly.
bro. Cause you know why?
I've faced
Cause
the same thing.
experience.
Yeah, experience and of course the mental thing too. Sometimes you don't want to be in tough situations, after you had a long
Oh
day
God,
of going through class, working, and then you just go to the gym and
exactly.
get your ass beat.
It-
It's not the most fun
yeah,
thing to
yeah.
experience.
But there's like all these guys that are so good. That's the only thing they're doing. They're
Yeah.
just doing one thing and they're so focused, and we're not on the same page as them.
But then what's your I know this might be like a tough question, and For me, it is too. It's like, then what is your goal with like MMA and martial arts? What's your goal with
Bro,
it?
uh,
Do you think you're gonna make a career out of it?
MMA, I don't know. I still want to like give it a shot. I don't want to just quit it. I want to train
Mm-hmm.
for like 5, 6 years, 7 years. I want to keep continuing training all my life, but
Yeah.
I want to give it a shot once. Because if I don't
Okay.
do this, it's just like you said. It's kind of like a responsibility. I wanted to do
You
this. I
you
have
feel
to.
regret you didn't do it.
Yeah, I'll always feel regret. Because
Okay,
let's
that
say
is
let's say
interesting.
let's say right now it's
Mm-hmm.
I have college, I have work, all these things,
Yeah.
but down the line, 3, 4 years after college, I'll get time. Then I can train more, and
Yeah.
you know,
Dude,
maybe I won't.
I'll be
You
honest
think I
with you.
won't?
I'll be honest with you. I don't think you won't. I don't think you
Okay,
won't because I think so far that's
you
been
don't
the
think I
truth. You
will?
think you think you do this and then you'll get more free time. Usually that's not the case because things just
Then you
keep
get
on
more
popping up.
occupied. Yeah,
Yeah, and then
honestly,
responsibility keeps on coming. So for me personally, I wouldn't take martial arts as my career because I just
no,
know
not
I'm not gonna do
career.
it.
Like giving it a
Not
shot,
career,
man.
but yeah, but I want to give it a shot in that sense because it's hard, man. It's extremely hard to do it here. I would say it is fucking hard.
Fuck
It's
MMA.
not like any other conventional sport or like going for a run and training it. I'm not gonna criticize other sports, but so far from my experience, martial arts has been the hardest.
Are you
And yeah,
like
it's
like
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 you fear that too. Like I fear it sometimes. Like sometimes I feel lazy. I don't want to go and get beat after like a long day of working, studying, and everything, right? But it's
I
just
still
going through
attempt
that barrier and like conquering that fear you have because I think honestly beyond everything in my life, I would say one of the biggest goals for me is to basically conquer fear. I
conquer
may
fear
never
exactly.
achieve it. I may never achieve it, but hey, it's worth the
Would you
shot,
do
right?
Would you do bungee jump?
Okay, that I'm not doing. I'd rather be fearful. I'm good. I'm
Fuck out of
good.
here. Get out of here.
Fuck out of
What
here,
are you
man.
talking about?
I don't need to do
What are you
that
talking,
shit.
what are you
It's
talking
okay.
about
I'm good.
having like conquering fear, bro?
Listen, when I've had enough of life, I'll just bungee jump without the rope. Okay, it's not that big of a deal.
Exactly, exactly. Bungee.
It's good.
Oh
It's good.
shit. It's funny
Fuck
because
bungee
some
jumping.
of, some of the people that like really get scared of doing MMA and all this shit,
Yeah.
they're the one bungee jumping. So it's weird. Like who is tough
Yeah,
and who is not tough?
you have different levels of toughness, right? Because everybody has different fears. It's
Yeah,
like some people
it's
are
weird.
scared of heights, some people aren't, and it's the same. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's more about like also MMA. One thing it helps is with like because a big part of martial arts in general is when you spar with someone, right? If you think you can't beat them, you've already lost.
Hmm.
That's one of the main things too, because when you've like settled in your head they're better than you automatically like don't give your best. And
Yeah,
that's
that's
something I want to conquer, because like it's more about like a self-confidence thing because then you get to believe in yourself, and when you do that, when you actually go through that process of believing in yourself, and I would say that would help in other aspects of my life too.
yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah,
Mhm.
honestly.
Because do you think what's your purpose in life, man? I know I'm getting pretty deep for like
Well,
a reconnection episode, but
I
why not?
think
Let's go there.
I think you would like hearing my password. That would say a lot of what my purpose in life
I
is. The
mean, if
thing,
you wanna give your authenticity away to tens of thousands of
no,
people, go for
it's
it.
just it's just because we are on the so much on the same like the fact that you said what's my purpose in life.
Yeah,
It's so
you're
funny that
thinking the same thing.
I, I always think about the same thing, and you would
Hmm.
really like hearing my password. It's something similar to that, not exactly, but
Okay.
yeah, yeah. It's like when someone, the reason I think this so much, and the reason also like partying, going somewhere, like doing
Yeah.
shit that don't matter. The reason
Hmm.
that this thing really bothers me is because the purpose. Like I always try to do something valuable,
Yeah.
and I haven't reached it obviously, but I always like try to do it, and
Yeah, exactly,
I'm
right?
not I never find it.
Maybe that's why. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. It's a bad
No,
habit of
no,
mine.
okay.
Continue.
It's like I never find it, and I try to like always look for it. And also like
Hmm.
with this age, the problem with this age, and with also social media nowadays, we always like divert from what we're doing. You know what I mean? So
You get guilt tripped though, right? Because let's say you you don't go somewhere, and you know that all of your friends went somewhere, and then they, like, let's say, post something, and then you just feel that, at least I feel it sometimes. I feel like, a little bit like, I feel like I fear missing out on stuff sometimes.
you have fear of missing out.
Sometimes, yeah, I would say so.
That is
I would
something,
be lying if I said, yeah.
that is something that I have like these few years I've never faced, because
Okay.
I feel like my friends and most of my friends are whoever right now is like, it's always like the same bullshit that they do like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna, that's the reason I try to avoid like social gathering or social whatever. I don't like completely try to avoid. I go there, but
Yeah.
like most of the things I say no to because I know it's the same bullshit. They're gonna do the same bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't have fear. I really don't have fear of missing out. I can like say it out loudly.
Okay.
Really
That
don't.
is good. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, but
you know what I have fear of missing out though. Like
what?
let's say you see someone successful, so
Mm-hmm.
successful, and they're enjoying everything. They have someone they really love,
Mm-hmm.
and they, let's say they're on a trip,
Yeah.
and that's something I really want for me. Like I really want to be
Mm-hmm.
successful one day and like retired or whatever, and don't need to think about money, don't need to think about all this. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That is interesting, because I think that's why, maybe that's why we've been like going towards goals like stoicism and everything, because we just lack purpose. Maybe that's the case.
Exactly, exactly.
So it's like, and the thing is, for me at least, with partying and stuff, I thought that would, like, finally, like, before experiencing it widely myself, I thought that would fill like a void in me, and it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Sadly, it doesn't. And
It's
that's
the
the
same
truth.
bullshit.
It's the same bullshit. And it's like, of course, not hating on people. Some people can, maybe you can pull it off. Maybe you can have fun at parties. I can sometimes, but
I
most of
think
the time, I would
like,
say, most
the
of the
people
time,
that
I'd
sorry,
rather
go ahead.
have moments with my closer friends.
Yeah,
It's like you
exactly.
said, wholesome moments with
Also,
friends. I
moments
mean,
with your
that
friends.
sounds a
That's what I
little,
go.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Like let's say
That
I'm
sounds similar to, yeah, what I was thinking too.
when you this morning when you told me like, hey, can you do this not right now? Like
Hmm.
I was talking to one of my friends like on FaceTime.
Yeah,
And, whenever we talk, we're like trashing each other, always like showing each other how low they're, and that's something I really cherish. Like I have like Sunday, Tuesday's my break,
yeah,
Sunday's my break,
yeah.
and then
Hmm.
one of the day I choose, I always call them, and it's like this 1 hour, 30 minutes that I FaceTime them. It's really something I always look forward to because I know after like a week of not seeing them, like when you talk to them, it's like, hey, it's so fun, and
Okay.
and then
Okay.
and
Judging by, yeah. So sorry. Continue. Yeah.
and then again, if you go somewhere like if you go to a party and try to like get in with people, try to socialize when which you're not. I know socializing is a good thing. You can be nice to
Hmm.
people, but if you try to get in with someone, like you know, try to fit in, you're not having fun.
Exactly. Hmm. And I agree with you with that. I 100% agree with you, because I think one of the biggest things that, I mean, I guess maybe it's me, maybe it's you, because we've come to a different culture, and when you go to parties, you want to fit in, right? And
Exactly,
everybody, like, he wants to be, you want to be socially acceptable. And
exactly.
to be socially acceptable, you can't talk about. You just end up talking about bullshit, man. Just random shit.
Yeah. Hey, hey,
So
I
that's the
went to
thing.
work yesterday, and
Hmm.
the guy didn't come.
It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that, bro?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the type of bullshit that they say when they're drunk. Like
No,
we don't care
you've been
about shit.
going to fucking ratchet ass parties, man. What the fuck?
Like that's what people talk about. And it's like,
Oh
bro,
shit, man.
I want to know about it's like I want to know about your life, bro.
Nah, but like, let's be honest, right? When you're with your like, who are you constantly looking at a roommate? Do you have a roommate, by the way?
I have like housemate
Okay,
is my sorry. It's saw my phone. Sorry, I got diverted.
no problem. Just don't do it
So
again, or else I'll cut your head off.
sorry about. Yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah, I have
Yeah.
a housemate. Yeah, it's
Okay.
okay.
I, will- I
You
get
have?
the privilege of living alone. No, I don't.
You don't? Like the whole
No.
house is by yourself?
It's not really a house. It's more like a small ass room with a kitchen and everything. With
Oh,
like
that's
a one room basically. It's pretty small,
oh
but you
yes.
know what? Does the job for one person, right?
Yeah. So
So yeah,
studio
back to the
apartment, yeah.
partying thing. Yeah, back to the exactly studio apartment. Back to the
Yeah.
party thing, right? Like you said, everybody wants to fit in, so you just say random shit and shit that's socially acceptable, which just leads to you talking about bullshit, right?
You
And to
know,
contrast that, with
huh?
like when you have like a good conversation with a friend, let's even if you're like talking to each other, you're just not even talking about something meaningful, but you just have that chill moment. It's like nothing, like no judgment anywhere.
Exactly.
It's just chill. It's just
It's
chill.
like
And even if you're silent with each other,
exactly.
it's
It's like
like
they're
nothing wrong
fucking
with that.
roasting me, and I love it.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Well, somebody
Like,
has daddy issues.
I mean, this is and it's so yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
well, but yeah, that is like, after coming here, I would say. I mean, I'm glad I experienced it, because or else I kind of understand the, what do you call it, more true value of friendship, of good friendship.
good friendship.
Yeah, it's like, what do you call it? Not the same as socializing at parties. Of course, socializing is good, but the main thing is it's not worth it to go out of your way to be someone else to do it.
True. Honestly, yeah. So also like, I also wanted to mention one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Go
been
for it.
thinking about this a lot. Like, I also shared this with my friend. Do you like? Why do you think guys party?
Woman. One answer,
Exactly.
bro. One
So
answer.
yeah. So I know. Like we relate on a lot of things. I know you were gonna say that.
Yeah,
So
because most guys say the same thing too.
exactly. So you go to party, talk about shit that you don't care about, buy
Mm-hmm.
all this women drink, and
Mm-hmm.
then spend over $100, $200 or whatever, just to get like like just to get laid. And then
Mm-hmm. You don't get
what
laid.
happened?
That's what happens most of the time.
Exactly. So I feel like that's something like I've always thought through and easily have been processing. So
Mm-hmm.
it's something I have been able to avoid.
Yeah, and
So
that's good.
if you really like getting laid so much, if you really fucking like getting laid so much, fucking get a hooker. You don't have to
Honestly,
like
honestly,
you
yeah.
don't you don't
I
have to
can't believe
be
I'm agreeing with you on this, but
hey
now
hey
that I
hey
think about it, it is true. It is
hey
true.
just
Why
listen.
spend so much money like that in bars
Yeah,
and clubs when you can
yeah,
just order
yeah,
a hooker?
yeah. Let me get into this point, okay? So just get a hooker, and you don't have to spend $100 $200 on buying like whatever girls drink, and to have a like 50% assurance that you
What do
might
you,
get laid on it.
what do you mean? Whatever girls drink, bro, they're human too.
Huh?
The way you said it, it's like, they're like fucking aliens or something, whatever girls drink.
Okay, yeah,
Eh,
but that's not the point. What I'm saying is
yeah,
like
fair enough, fair enough.
you don't have to spend like so much energy, so much someone who
That is
you're
true.
not trying
Hmm. Hmm.
to like sleep with a girl, spend so much money on them, but because they don't care about your fucking money, but you have to spend them.
But then again, even, let's say, even if you're successful in your goal or whatever the fuck,
Exactly.
yeah, bro, you really think it'll make you feel better?
Oh
It
shit!
doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
See,
It
no,
sucks, man.
see.
Because
What does?
here's the thing, the
Yeah,
because everybody looks after that intimate relationship, like a good intimate relationship they want. I personally don't know what that is yet, right? But like, that thing doesn't fill the void of that. It doesn't.
see, honestly, bro, like honestly, I can't stretch this enough. Like I'm saying
It's
all these
called
things.
stress, not stretch.
No, I'm saying I
Bro,
cannot stretch
you
this enough.
okay.
Know what I mean? Like I cannot
Is
say
it
this
I
again
cannot
and again.
stress this enough or I cannot stress this enough?
Stretch.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong, probably.
Or stress this enough, really?
I don't know, bro.
I'm not
Dude,
sure. I
we're
have to see the
university
face.
students and we don't know this shit. You know what? I'll cut this part out because it's embarrassing.
It's okay. It's okay.
Ah, nah,
I
I
guess
don't care. I don't care. Don't worry about it.
we don't know the
Yeah.
face. It's all right. But
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, getting into the point. Like, I I'm saying all this. Maybe the next day I get an opportunity, I might take it. It
Hmm.
happens to. I make mistakes too, but it's just with guys. Like they make so much stupid decisions based on women. It's so fucking.
Yeah, it is true.
And honestly, like the thing that you mentioned that like you'll want to have a good intimate relationship. Now,
Hmm.
coming here, I want that. I want that. I don't want to like sleep around and do all this bullshit.
Be promiscuous,
Exactly.
basically. Yeah, well, I agree with you there because although sometimes it can be as fun as it sounds, but always, doesn't end well. That's usually the case. But I don't know. I beg to differ. Maybe like the case is different for everybody.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just
maybe,
us. Maybe it's just
maybe.
us.
Hey, maybe if you're if you're like if you're Michael B. Jordan, maybe if you're a guy with
Okay, Michael Jordan.
millions of
Yeah,
dollars in your pocket,
yeah,
you might you might be successful at everything, but it still wouldn't make you feel good.
yeah. I guess so. I mean, that goes back to like the thing that money can't solve everything, or whatever the hell they say, right?
It's true though.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so too, because some parts of life money just can't solve. No matter.
Money
Let's be
say
honest, man. Like another thing, actually, I wanted to get into was materialism, right? Having materialistic needs, like let's say shopping online or buying new jackets, buying new clothes, or like just buying new stuff in general. You think it's gonna make you happier, but the funny thing is, the more you buy, the less unhappy you become. You never become happy. You just become less
that's one
unhappy.
way. That's true
And
though.
yeah, then you just want the next thing. You think that will fill your internal void, but it doesn't. 2 seconds, someone's knocking on my door. Yeah, well.
Also, did I mention that where I'm doing just jujitsu now?
Yeah, you did.
So
Okay, no,
yeah,
you didn't mention actually. You mentioned it to me personally, but you didn't
yeah, not on the
mention
podcast.
in general. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I did in Toronto top team for a week, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, I like kind of got the exposure to the whole like
Mm-hmm.
like the top of the hierarchy, like martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
Then then I was like, you know what? I'll go to a gym which is close to my house.
Mm-hmm.
Have to find a gym like that. And then I saw this gym. It's a karate gym, but they
Mm-hmm.
teach jujitsu. I thought like,
Okay.
hey, this is gonna be some child training, all the bullshit. But then I
Yeah.
joined classes, and it's the same. They're so good, So
And
I'm just
not to hate on training in Bangladesh or anything. It's just how it is because Bangladesh hasn't gotten that much exposure to MMA. But when you go out, dude, their MMA training in Bangladesh comparatively is basically nothing. For
uh,
striking, it's not that bad. Striking training, I would say, is fine. But
striking you
like
can do
grappling,
anywhere.
yeah, striking you can do in Bangladesh. It's not that bad.
I also think that
But
wrestling moves are kind of like
nah,
instincts.
but here's the thing, right? Wrestling also depends on your advantage you have because you're a big guy.
Yeah, that's
Usually,
true.
bigger guys have better advantages. And dude, I
And
can tell you, and maybe I'm just being based here, but like
that's true.
me
That's
as a
true. I
smaller
believe.
person, dude, I have such a hard time wrestling people like bigger than me.
Yeah.
I fucking back pain in the morning, like fucking old Bob.
Oh,
I don't know.
that's something you're always gonna get. Like
Yeah,
training is something you're always gonna get. Like
exactly.
wrestling,
The
and
back pain thing is annoying as fuck, man.
yeah, and also like when I roll jujitsu, and I've always
Mm.
like people always after rolling with me, they're like, "Hey, have you been wrestling? Did you wrestle before?" And
Hmm.
I don't know, maybe it's just personal me. I have like a lot of wrestling instinct, so I always
Okay,
go for takedowns and like instincts that would a wrestler would do. So it's kind of like
but that's
giving
good.
me
I
advantage.
wish I had that. I don't. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, grappling, I just suck ass at grappling. There's no excuses. I just
Hmm.
suck ass. So far, I like striking. I know the essence of. I'm not saying I'm very good, but
Hmm.
I can hold myself up. But like grappling, I have a harder time in
Yeah.
general. And yeah, that's the case.
And like jujitsu, man, it's so I'm not so technical. Like every day, like after rolling, it's like guys that are younger than me, they know techniques, sweeps, escapes that are so like
And
technical,
sometimes
like
it frustrates you,
overwhelming.
right? Sometimes
Frustrates.
it frustrates you.
One day I come,
Frustrates you when you're not doing well. Yeah,
yeah, I come to the after rolling, I come home and I'm like, ah man, maybe this is not for me. I get that feeling every
exactly.
time.
Hmm.
Maybe this is not for me.
Yeah.
And then, and you know, it's a good thing that my housemate is really motivating. Like, um, I have like good people around me to like push me, say the right things. And
That's
he's
good.
like,
Hmm.
and this thing, while I was lacking, while I needed someone to tell me, and like, I'll get into that after. But he was like, hey, now you're in the moment. Now you're getting better. When you say that to yourself, maybe you're not good enough. Now you want to get better.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah, it's something.
that's true. Actually, like when you suck at something, that's when you're getting better. Technically speaking, it's true. But more or less, man, it's been a long episode. Shall we end it?
Oh, how long we been
50 minutes.
for real?
We've been talking for
Uh,
a while, yeah. See, this is what I would say normal conversation feels like. I'm being petty here.
yeah, to be
Nah,
honest,
but
I wasn't doing this to have a podcast. Like when it
nah,
gets
I
deeper,
honestly wanted to do this for personal development and like, yeah, I would say so. And I like having like getting perspective like that, and I like the fact that I can relate with you, and most of our values are similar.
yeah. To honestly, yeah. Hey,
Mm.
are you
And
like how many days do you train?
I train 3 days a week. So like for in general, I train 5 days a week.
Fuck.
But like what do you call it? 2 days MMA, 1 day wrestling, and 2 other days I do like training by myself.
Oh, you've been
So I'm
training
like,
by yourself? You mean like workout?
yeah, workout in like what do you call it? The gym jump. We have like a gym in our like fucking dormitory. So it's very small. It's nothing, but it's more like calisthenics and stuff.
Oh no,
Pull ups,
it's
push ups, and all that stuff.
so MMA.
And
What are
going
you
for
training?
runs too.
Yeah. Like
The thing is, since the small, like the MMA here, like it's a small town, we don't have it distributed to classes. We just have it like what do you call it? Just normal MMA class. Sometimes we do grappling, sometimes we do striking. We basically combine the whole thing, and it's always MMA sparring. So
So is it a well-known, renowned gym, or is it
No,
like
no, no, no. It's pretty small gym.
the people that train, are they good?
Oh yeah, they are.
Then
I
it's
can
good.
promise you that. I can promise you that they're fucking good. So I have a lot to learn that I can tell you.
Yeah,
And to our viewers, I mean, I don't know. Apologies if we got like we sound a little dead, but it's how it
yeah.
is.
That's
And
how it
if we
is.
got
Life
too personal,
takes you.
it's how it is.
Yeah,
And most importantly, we hope you had a good time.
yeah,
And if you have like something to argue about, share, you can go for it down in the comments. More than welcome to. We'd love to hear your opinion.
yeah. We got a little rusty while we were starting, but we'll get in the flow.
Hmm. We're
Take
getting
it
the flow
easy,
back
guys.
again.
See you
Exactly.
guys next time.
See you.